Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers and Digital Empire Builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show, and today we got another wonderful show lined up for you. We're talking about the perfect home-based business. I'll admit to you guys, today's show is a little bit selfish, right? I'm going to be sharing with you the business opportunity that I've been rocking with for the last couple of years. You don't hear me talk about it often, but I thought I'd make this offer for some of you guys who are looking for a way to make some extra money. I'm going to show you how you can do it with yours truly. So do me a favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand, and let's kick it this morning. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the local Biz Marketing Pro studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. And today we're talking about the perfect home-based business, man. I'll admit that today's show is a little bit selfish because I'm going to make you an offer today. We're going to be talking about the company that I represent when it comes to the financial literacy side. So some of you guys know that my business and my brand is based on two things. It's based on financial education and literacy, and it's based on marketing. And the way I came to this space that we are in is I started the Financial Health Mentor brand, which is a financial education brand. And I used digital marketing to grow that brand and ultimately spun off and created my own digital marketing agency. So as we continue through the second half of this year, I thought I'd share with you what MWR Financial is all about. And for those of you who are looking for help in the personal finance space with credit, with debt, with taxes, with lowering your bills, you're going to get a kick out of today's show. And for those of you who want to take it to another level, you're going to get a kick out on today's show as well, because I'm going to show you how I've been able to build a solid 4-figure monthly residual income by sharing these strategies through this program. And I haven't been sharing it enough lately, so I am looking for 10 new partners for the month of July. So I thought I'd share with you guys this morning how all of that comes to be. But before we get into any of that, y'all know how we do it. Got a couple quick announcements for you guys. Hey, I just want to say thank you to all of you guys who supported the home-based business marketing system. It is done, it is out, and I had it on sale for the last 2 weeks, and a lot of you guys jumped on board. But today's price is not yesterday's price, so we are putting it at full retail price today for $197 per month. But I just wanted to say thank you for all of those of you who have supported and grabbed our what I call the beta test price. Some of you guys ran into some challenges as our payment processor bogged down a little bit. last night, as some of you guys tried to get in at the last minute. And it's all good. I'm going to honor that because I can see those of you who actually tried to get in, and for whatever reason, our processor was declining your credit card. So I'm going to still honor the sales price for you guys. So just give me a little bit after today's show. We're going to make sure that you guys get an invoice and get logged in and all of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the support that you guys have always shown me. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have many announcements other than that. I am back in the saddle. As some of you guys know, I was had contracted COVID when I was in KC, and that kind of threw my whole world off for a couple weeks. But now I'm feeling like I am back 100% and getting back on track with everything. So if you are still in need of a business system, then you can still go to blackbizsuccess.com and check out the ultimate home business marketing system. And we're actually going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow because this is a two-part series. I'm going to show you how MWR works. And for those of you who want to join the team and actually get in business tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to use social media to market it, because it's been a fun ride for me, y'all. There's nothing like being a blessing to other people in a way where you are literally helping to transform their lives for generations to come. I've literally helped over 450 families get started in their own home-based business in the financial education space, and that's something that I'm proud of. Now I want to help those go to another level with the marketing of their businesses and their brands, so we can start hiring people and really doing our best and putting our best foot forward in terms of being entrepreneurs. So that's how it's going to go today. I'm going to show you what MWR is. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to use social media to market MWR and some of the tools and resources that you get access to when you join our team here. So now it's time for the quote of the day. Every day we start the Cortez Hustle Show with a quote. And today's quote comes from my man, Mike Tyson. He says, "I don't want to be great. There are a lot of people that are great, but they're not good people. I want to be a good person." And it's interesting to hear, if you guys didn't see his interview on Drink Champs with Noriega, it was just interesting to hear how he approaches life these days. He's like, yeah, I was a great boxer, but I wasn't a good person, right? He said, great is nothing more than doing mundane things exceptionally well. He said, there's a lot of people who are great at something, but they are not good people. I want to become great at being a good person. And then that's going to make room for me as I follow my dreams and my passions and my obsession. That's going to leave room for me to become great at my thing, which is digital marketing, right? Media. That's what I want to be great at. Providing tips and strategies to help you financially. Like, I want to be a good person first and foremost. I want to treat people like I want to be treated. I want to learn how to respect and serve other people. And I think if you are trying to be in business of any kind, you absolutely need to be a good person. But there's a lot of people who are great at business and not necessarily good people. I believe that there is room to do both. Now, it's going to require you to be a little bit obsessed, people. And I know obsession has gotten a bad rap. I shared in the Michelle A word of the day yesterday about being obsessed. And some of us kind of feel a way about really going hard. And the reason we feel a way is because we let other people challenge us in terms of what is considered good, healthy balance and what is obsession and what is not. And ladies and gentlemen, there has not been anyone who has done anything of any major significance that were not obsessed with the outcomes of that thing. So I want y'all to keep that in mind, that strive to be good people, not just great at what you do. And when you have the best of those two worlds collide, you're great at something. I think LeBron James is a good example of being a great basketball player and still being a good person overall. And that's what I strive to do, ladies and gentlemen. I think you should strive to do the same thing as well. So that is the quote of the day from my man Mike Tyson, brought to you by Local Biz Marketing Pros. Ladies and gentlemen, all we want to do is help you optimize your online presence, increase your lead flow, grow your revenue so that you can expand your operation and contribute more to your communities. Because we know that local businesses are the foundation of the economy in this country, but they are also the glue that holds our communities together. And that's why I've decided that my marketing agency is going to focus on helping small local service-based businesses grow their brands to where they can hire more people and contribute more in their community. So we're talking about the perfect home-based business. How many of you guys out there would be are looking for ways to bring some passive and residual income into your life? If you're looking for passive and residual income, I want you to comment passive or residual income. There is nothing like passive and residual income. I tell everybody all the time, as many chances as I get, is there's three things that I work for: passive income, residual income, and ownership. If I'm trading my time, right, for anything, I want to get in return either a stake in ownership. I want to get in return for exchanging my time, some sort of passive income or some sort of residual income. And a lot of us don't even have that on our radar. And the only type of income that we have is what's called active income, meaning the minute I stop taking the actions that brought in the income stops coming in. No, man, we don't want to be in that position. We want to be in a position where it's okay to work hard, but you're working hard as a means to an end. What is the end? To have the work that I put in today still bringing me benefits a year from now, right? 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I have some residual income from a company that I did some work for years ago. I haven't been with that company or done anything with that company in the last 3 years. And my wife still gets a check from the efforts that we put in. And I want you to think about that. What if, as hard as we've been trained to work in this economy, what if we got some strong passive and residual income every single month for every year that we put in on a job? For instance, I'll give you an example. When I was on my job, I worked in customer service, I worked in compliance. I was very good at my job. And I've always been the type of person that treated anything that I was going to do, I gave it my all, right? Some people talk about their job as just over broke or being on the plantation on a job. I saw my job as part of the duty, part of the fulfillment of my duty, right? I literally saw my job as, hey, my duty is to provide and protect for my family. This job is a way for me to do that. So I went in with a different attitude than most. But I remember when I started out in the call center, I was so good at taking 125 calls per day with the right attitude, and I was upbeat, and my customers loved me, and they always would want to speak to my supervisor and tell them how well I did. So I got to a place where I started training, right? Every time someone, we grew, they would always bring the new people in to shadow me, and I would train those new people. What if I was getting a small percentage of their pay every time I train someone? Like, I would be getting my pay, but my job said, hey, because you trained this person, we're going to give you an extra 50 cents an hour, right? For as long as that person that you trained is working, we're going to give you an extra 50 cents per hour. Guys, you know how many people I've trained, how many people have sat with me, how many people I've helped in the customer service space when I was working for one of the big three credit repair companies or credit bureaus, right? I would think about that, and would that make you go into work a little bit more with a different attitude? Well, when you think about the perfect home-based businesses, most of the home-based businesses in direct sales have that kind of component and element that says, hey, if you put in the work, we're not only going to pay you for the efforts that you put in, but as you train people to have success with the company, we're going to give you an additional level of income based on all of the people that you train and coach and mentor. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get paid for my efforts. And then I'm going to take some of my efforts and also help other people have success, which is the epitome of service, right? What's the greatest way to serve someone is to help them put money in their pocket, right? That's one of the greatest ways to serve someone. Outside of helping someone get delivered spiritually as a Christian, leading someone to Christ, right? That's high on the list, number one on the list. But then outside of that, helping someone put money in their pocket, feed their family, especially in a way that brings money in over and over and over so they can work less over time. Like, you don't get any better than that. So why do I think MWR Financial is the perfect business, right? First and foremost, it meets the 8 requirements of what I call the 8 elements of a profitable and sustainable online business. What are those 8 elements, right? You've got to have a product or service that solves a real problem. MWR Financial solves a real problem, and we're going to talk about the problems that they solve. You've got to have a product or service that is in demand, right? We know that right now, and we're recording this July 6, 2022, financial literacy and personal financial success has never been in greater demand than it is right now today. Would you guys agree, right? That there has never been a greater demand for financial education, information, strategies that help you become more financially stable and financially literate. So we know that it is in demand. It is in huge demand, right? You need to have professional sales material if you're building any sort of business in general, but especially online, right? You can't show up looking raggedy. I'm going to show you some of that stuff. Your business should also have recurring revenue, right? I don't participate in any type of business model that does not have recurring revenue. Even in my own digital marketing agency, all of the products that I sell are monthly recurring products, right? I sell software, for instance, sales and marketing software that people pay for monthly. Why? Because that creates recurring revenue. I don't have to start every month over from scratch. Every month I can look at how many active clients I have, and I know at least I'm going to have this amount of revenue coming into my business this month because I have this many people active on subscriptions, right? Sales leverage. You should be looking at business models, right? If you're talking about a perfect home-based business, a business model in general, that business model is going to need sales leverage. What is sales leverage? That simply means that I am not the only person, or the only way I get paid is when I sell something. No, sales leverage says, hey, we can set up systems and processes in place where not only do I get paid when I sell something, but when other people sell something, I also get paid, right? That's sales leverage. So now it's not only about your effort. Now, let's not get it twisted. It is primarily about your efforts, but it's not only about your efforts, right? That's why I love the direct sales model, is because I can go out here and win on my own, but I could take 3 or 4 people, teach them how to win, and the company is going to pay me based on how well I teach them, right? That's super dope. So you need a product that solves a real problem. Money problems are real problems, so MWR solves those problems. You need a product that is in demand. We know that personal finance is something that is high on everybody's list. Repairing their credit is high on people's priority list today. Getting out of debt is high on people's priority list. So it's in demand. Professional sales material. You need to have recurring revenue in your model. You need to have sales leverage in your model. You need to have automation in your model, because a lot of us, when we get into businesses that we're going to operate as side hustles or working from home, we're doing it on a part-time basis. So what does that mean? If I'm running my business on a part-time basis, I still need ways for people to buy from me while I'm on the job. And maybe I can't take a phone call. Maybe I am on the job, I'm with a client for my job, and I still need people to be able to go and get the information to make an informed buying decision. That is done through automation. Number 7, you need an irresistible offer, right? If you're serious about looking for a way to add some extra income to your household, you stick around. I'm going to make you an irresistible offer today. What does that mean? That means that your product or service, you have to over deliver on the value in comparison to the price. You have to be willing to over deliver in value in comparison to the price that you are charging for the product. You guys are going to see not only does MWR over deliver on the product that they have, but in comparison to the price, but I'm going to throw in some bonuses for you if you really get serious and decide to join our team. And then the 8th thing that you need, we're talking about profitable and sustainable online businesses. The 8th thing that you need if you're building a business of any kind, but especially if you're building it online, you need a product or service that is easy to use, right? A product or service that is easy to deliver. So if there's ease of use from my end when I work with MWR Financial, because once someone signs in, they go right into their dashboard. They've got a quick start training, and it walks them through how to set up all of their products and services, right? For me, it's easy for me to deliver, right? It's easy for me to explain. I don't have to tell people or help people understand that we got a team of experts that once you upload your credit reports, they're going to start working on your credit, right? It's easy to explain. It's easy to use the financial experts, right? I don't have to tell people that, hey, you answer a few questions, send in your check stubs, they're going to adjust your W-4 for you and send that back to you. It's easy to explain. So those are the 8 elements, right, of a profitable and sustainable online business. But watch this. The other reason that I think MWR is such an amazing business is because it's in the personal finance space, meaning you're going to get these experts helping you transform your personal finances. And if you refer other people looking to do the same, you're going to be able to make some money. So what I love in a business is everything that I do. I subscribe to a philosophy called being a prosumer. Everything that I invest my money in, I always find out if they have an affiliate program. Is there a way that I can make this thing free? So with MWR Financial, it's $150 a month if you want the business side. Well, if I refer just 3 people who want the products or services or want to build a business, then mine become free. So I get a free team of experts helping me fix my credit, helping me get out of debt, helping me lower my bills, and those sorts of things. And all I had to do is tell a few other folks who are serious about their money, serious about making some extra money from home, serious about having a home-based business, and boom, I got a free business and a free team of experts to help me with my personal finances. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to show you a quick slide deck presentation really quickly. But before we get into any of that, y'all know how we do. It is time for 1 minute motivation. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, first and foremost, hit that share button. Secondly, comment in the chat the name of your business and or your brand. I love to give you a free business shout out. You never know who might want to connect with you based on seeing what it is that you do in the comments. Just don't spam any links, but definitely put the name of your business. Give us a short description about what you do. And I try to read as many of those as I can on the screen. And if you are listening to this as a podcast, and I want you to go over to the YouTube channel, Cortez Hustle on YouTube, if you want to see the actual presentation. So let's get into 1 minute motivation, where we play a short motivational clip, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. I'm going to ask you to give a couple takeaways. I'm going to give a couple takeaways. So this is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
Everything I'm about to share with you, I promise you, you've heard it before. Now, I may say it a little bit differently. I may package it a little bit differently, but you've heard it before. I'll go one step further. Everything I'm about to share with you, you already know intuitively and you know it intellectually. But I'm going to caution you. I'm going to caution you not to sit back with your arms folded saying, I already know this. But instead, I want to challenge you to lean forward and ask one of the most important questions you can ever ask yourself. How well am I actually doing this? See, there's a difference between what we know and what we do, and that's called a performance gap. It is the gap between what we know and what we do. It is the difference between what we know we're supposed to do every single day of our life and what we actually do. And the first step to maximum growth and achieving high performance is closing that gap, is doing the things that we know we're supposed to do. Just because something is basic, it doesn't mean that it's easy. If it was easy, everybody else would be doing it. But as you all know, we live in a world that tells us it's okay to skip steps, tells us we should always be on the hunt for a shortcut or a hack, and implies that there's nothing wrong with focusing on the outcome and just skipping over the process. But anytime you do that, you are making a grave mistake, because the basics work. They always have, and they always will.
Hoo-wee, ladies and gentlemen, the basics work, right? In fact, all work works. Hard work works, soft work works, all work works. But the basics, the fundamentals, they're called fundamentals for a reason, is you can't get very far without doing them, right? Are you doing the fundamentals, right? Started out talking about these three words, right? Stevie Wonder has a song that says these three words, right? But he's not talking about the same three words that I'm talking about. He's talking about the three words, I love you, right? And those three words can transform your life. But these three words can transform your life in the negative way, right? When you walk through this life with the attitude of, I already know, those three words right there, I already know, it shuts down and closes your mind to receiving maybe similar information, but delivered and packaged in a way that you'll get something else out of it if you remain open, right? Do not walk through this life with an I already know attitude, with an I already know mentality. Even if you think you already know, remain open. Right? I can't tell you how many different ways I've had to go and listen to and hear some of the same information when it comes to digital marketing, when it comes to credit, when it comes to financial strategies, when it comes to investing. And I hear somebody saying something about why I need to buy a stock, why I need to be investing in the stock market, right? So I try not to shut down and close my mind every time somebody starts talking about stock, because I've heard different reasons as to why from different people. You cannot go through life with an I already know mentality, right? The question is not do you already know, it's how well are you doing what you know, right? I teach my sons that the definition of discipline is doing what you know needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it or when you're tempted to do otherwise. Doing what you know needs to be done, like the fundamentals, especially when you don't feel like doing it or you're tempted to do something else, right? You know you should be doing homework. You're tempted to go play the video game. Where's your discipline? You know you should be training, but you don't feel like it. Where's your discipline? Right? I know I should be making sales calls, but I fear rejection, so I don't feel like it. Where's your discipline, Cortez? Right? That is the key, right? Do not skip steps. I want us to get away from looking for hacks, looking for shortcuts, because uh, that's where a lot of us are, looking for hacks, looking for shortcuts. No, just do the work. My wife and I was having a discussion just the other day, and we talking about our kids, our sons, our nieces, our nephews, and where they are mentally and some of the choices that they're making. And I'm like, man, if they can just get to the point where they realize that it's going to be hard and they accept that it's going to be hard, then it becomes a lot easier to push through when the road gets rough. I already knew in my mind that to build a multi-million dollar business in digital marketing is going to be hard as hell. I've accepted that it's going to be hard. So when I run into a challenge, it's in me to know that that's part of the process. And it keeps me from giving up. It keeps me from getting frustrated. It keeps me from quitting. I've already accepted that it's going to be hard. Well, you know what else is going to be hard? Not building a multi-million dollar business and going through life barely getting by. That's also going to be hard. I've chosen my hard. I'd rather try and fail than to have never tried at all, because they're both incredibly difficult. I'm just choosing the difficult path with the greatest reward at the end. They're both paths are difficult. Don't get me wrong. Entrepreneurship is not easy. I'm going to show you the perfect home-based business in a second, but it's not going to be easy. But neither is being broke. Neither is being average. Neither is being middle class. That's not easy either. But the rewards on the other end, after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of putting in the work, the reward on the other end of building something significant versus just maintaining and getting by, it's worth it, in my opinion. So that's why I decided that I am going for it, people. So that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by our good friends over at MWR Financial. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to jump through a slide deck presentation real quick. I'm not going to be able to see your comments and questions, but I will get to them at the end. So if I say something during this presentation and you got something input or a question about it, list those and I will come back to them. But let's get into why MWR is the perfect home-based business, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go here and let me get over to boom. All right, here we go. Here we go. So let's talk money, ladies and gentlemen. Since you're here, I'm assuming that you're probably wondering what is the whole financial makeover thing all about. We're going to talk about it because I'm glad you asked, right? So at the end of the day, what you have to understand is that where is your money going, right? You got to ask yourself this question: how do you get it back? How to make more of it? How to keep it? And how to make it work for you. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. And to make it simple, we're going to talk about there's only 4 numbers that you need to remember. You need to remember number 4, right? You need to remember 3, and you need to remember 2, and you need to remember 1. These numbers represent the 4 financial roadblocks everyone faces, the 3 solutions needed to overcome them, your 2 financial objectives, and the 1 company that is going to handle it all, right? So that is the key, ladies and gentlemen. So we look at the 4 financial roadblocks that are taking your money away from you. Then number 1 is credit and debt, right? So number 1 is taxes, right? Number 2, credit and debt. Number 3 is big business, and number 4 is inflation. Man, you've got to understand that these are the things that you got to focus on mitigating in your life. These are your 4 biggest obstacles preventing over 90% of Americans from ever becoming wealthy. And here's why. So we all know, and we've heard this before, we got to go get a good education so we can do what? Get a good job so that we can do what? Right? Work 40 hours a week, uh, give 1/3 of our income to the government by way of taxes, use credit to make up for the loss that Uncle Sam took from us or to finance our lifestyle. And then that causes us to go into debt, right? So now the banks are getting another third of our income by way of interest, right? And then what does that mean? That leaves us with just a third of our income to take care of our normal living expenses, like gas, groceries, insurance, utilities, dining out, and then all the monthly holidays or events that are capitalized on by big business. So you guessed it, they want to take what's left, right? Leaving us with little or no money to invest, right? So it's not over yet, right? When you think about it, because while we're busy giving our money to the big three, inflation, also known as the silent income killer, is absolutely increasing the cost of goods or services every single day, right? You guys are looking at gas prices go up, right? I mean, come on, think about that. That's inflation, ladies and gentlemen. And it's only getting worse because if gas prices go up, remember, how do we get everything that we need to survive? It comes by train or plane or truck. And how do those planes, trains, and trucks run to deliver to the warehouses to ultimately get to the grocery stores and the supply chain? They all run on fuel. So if gas is going up, there's a delivery charge on everything. So groceries going up, our electronics are going up. Everything that we need to survive is going up, except for our income, right? In most cases. So how do you fix it? Well, we have three primary solutions to help you overcome these challenges. Number one is a strategy that we call income shifting. Number two, business income. I talk a lot about expanding one's means. Of course, everybody by now should know that if you're trying to change your financial position, you should be spending less money. You should be living below your means. But nobody is talking about, hey, I'm making 50, 60, 70,000, 80,000, $100,000 a year. What would happen if I double my means? Right? Could I not have to give up some of the things that I love? So business income is a way to expand your means. And then the third solution is passive investment income. So we're going to talk about how all of these things fit together with MWR Financial. So our first solution that we call income shifting, right? Save you money by shifting it away from the government, the banks, and big business back into your pockets. That's what income shifting simply means. We want you to shift your income back from those three entities that are getting it from you, right? So taxes, with our financial membership, we literally have a team of experts that will help you shift your income back from Uncle Sam, taxes, from big corporations by lowering your bills, right? Eliminating your debt. So that money is coming back from the banks, and then ultimately restoring your credit so that you're paying less on those monthly expenses, right? So you're not overpaying for the things that you need to survive. So let's take a look at our financial makeover really, really quickly. The best results for our members have been amazing, right? So, what have we done as an institution? We have literally helped our members reduce their taxes by up to $10 million per month in tax savings for our members. We've helped them lower their monthly bills by $2 million or more in just the last year. We've helped them eliminate 1.5 billion with a B billion dollars in interest. Because of the improvement in credit and paying down their debts super fast. And then we've helped over 18,000 of our customers increase their credit score by 50 to 150 points. So we ain't playing no games, people. We are not playing any games, and uh, we help them to eliminate over 30 years of time in debt, right? Because we literally want to cut your debt time in half. And if we can't do it in half, we can at least cut it by 1/3. So Julie's a third grade school teacher out of Atlanta, Georgia. Our tax reduction experts helped Julie, a third grade teacher from Atlanta, Georgia, adjust her W-4 form correctly and was able to increase her take-home pay by $500 every pay period. That's $1,000 per month, $12,000 per year, without having to work any extra hours, put in any overtime, or pick up a second job, right? Terry from Cleveland, Ohio, take advantage of our tax breaks associated with the MWR home-based business by using our experts along with our automated mileage and expense tracking tool. This allowed her to convert several of her personal expenses into over $11,000 in home-based business tax deductions, right? I had 3 times that amount in tax deductions for my home-based business this year when I filed my taxes, right? It's amazing how you can reduce your taxable income, right? Our bill negotiators helped Erica save over $1,300 on her cell phone, cable, internet, and security bill. This allowed her to lower her monthly payments and bring even more money back into her household every single month, right? Sean, police officer out of Texas, and his wife entered over $260,000 of their debt into our debt elimination system. Their creditors would have had them in debt for 26 years more, and would have cost them $152,000 in debt. By following our plan, they will now be out of debt in 8 years and will save over $97,000 in interest payments, ladies and gentlemen. Deja is a 20-year-old serving in the U.S. Navy. Watched her credit score go from 356 to 763. Thanks to MWR's credit restoration experts and our incredible credit rebuilding program, she was able to qualify and buy her first car with a low interest rate and no cosigner at 20 years old, along with obtaining the keys to her very first apartment, right? So that's why MWR at Home gives you all the advantages of owning a home-based business. So our business income and ownership is all about having a home-based business. So those things that we are going to have our experts do for you as an individual now is packaged into a membership that you can market and promote. And remember, tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to market and promote your home-based business using the internet, using social media, right? But all of the advantage of owning a home-based business without the headaches, right? Because MWR does all the fulfillment. The experts does all the execution. Our team does all the education, right? So all you got to do is put people in front of the information. So think about it. It's the number one way to reduce your taxes. You can work from home or anywhere while being able to control your income so you can stay ahead of inflation. Making more money also allows you to pay off your debts faster and accelerate your retirement rate. There's also no limit to the amount of income you can make, right, when you have a business. So our home-based business allows you to minimize the number one expense that you have, which is taxes, ladies and gentlemen. And once you get that money back from Uncle Sam, it creates a positive snowball effect in your life, right? So let's talk about money. And since you're here, I'm assuming you're probably wondering, what is the whole financial makeover thing all about, right? I want you to think about this. Exposing others to the MWR offer. That's all we do, ladies and gentlemen. We expose, our experts educate, and our leaders educate, and our experts will execute. So did I mention that we pay daily so you can make a profit now instead of having to wait for a paycheck? Yeah, we pay every single day. So every time you refer someone to the business, that's a $50 bonus. You refer someone to the membership, that is a $40 bonus. And on top of that, we have up to $1,500 in what's called our momentum bonuses over the first 30, 60, and 90 days that you partner with us. We also have a daily guarantee, in which case you can earn anywhere from $5 a day all the way up to $8,500 per day. And I know some of you guys can't even envision that far out, but if you're making just an extra $280 a day, that's $102,000 in passive residual income for you and your family, right? Dope stuff, right? That's what we want to help you do and understand that you can make this type of money if you are serious about building a business from home. And we're going to show you how to do that, right? So you can build a 5, 6, or even 7-figure monthly recurring revenue just by referring people to a financial education product that they are already looking for. People are online right now this morning searching for how to fix my credit, how to build generational wealth, how to start a business from home, how to make money online. They're already looking. And tomorrow I'm going to teach you how to put yourself in position to be found by them, right? So we got some people who have literally taken this business by storm, and they are part of what's called our Millionaire Residual Income Club. And what that means is these people make the same type of money on a monthly residual basis that's equivalent to having $1 million investment portfolio at 8%, right? They're making over $8,200 per month in residual income, whether they roll out of bed or roll over in bed. That's the type of money that they are making, ladies and gentlemen, because of this opportunity. So we're not done yet, right? It's not just about making and saving money, right? The MWR Passport is your team of licensed wealth experts that are here to help analyze your existing financial position. They're here to help you determine your long and short-term goals. They are here to help structure a personalized plan to help you achieve them in the time frame that you choose. They will even implement the right wealth building strategies for you. See, some of us are looking at our situation and like, man, I need all of this stuff done, but between work and family and church and other extracurricular activities, I just don't have the time to do this stuff myself, even though I have the will. This is why a team of experts is so important to help you on this path, right? So then we have what's called our self-banking private reserve account, right? This is one of the paths to help you build wealth. Our self-banking private reserve account allows you to become your own bank by providing you with the best ways to grow, save, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss, right? Then we have our land banking solutions. Buy land in the path of growth, 20 to 40% below market value. You sit on that land appreciates, and when developers are ready to come in, boom, you have an asset ready to sell that has appreciated or increased in value, right? So what have we done through our passive and portfolio income gains program with our passport? We've helped people, our members, over $11 million in passive portfolio income, shaving an average of 15 years off of their retirement dates, right? Charles from Hinesville, Georgia, was laid off due to the pandemic, building an MWR business 5 months before he got laid off. Now members of our Millionaire Residual Income Club purchased a brand new, fully loaded truck, paid that thing off in 15 months, right? And has 1.5 acre lakefront property that he's building his private residence on, and they have private reserve accounts and land banking parcels for their future descendants, right? Gerald out of Raleigh, North Carolina. What did our experts help them do? See, this is a complete package. It is not just the home-based business. It is not just saving, getting out of debt, and fixing credit. It is not just investing. It is a complete package. Gerald, at 55 years old, realized he was not going to be able to retire from his job until he was 85. He increased his cash flow by $350 per month with our instant pay raise, initially raised his credit score by 128 points, reduced his insurance premiums by another $100 per month, paying off 15 years of remaining debt in just 6 years, saving him almost $52,000, able to take advantage of $350 that we saved him in the instant pay raise, and the $100 that the expert saved him with his insurance premiums, and roll that into our private reserve account. Now he's a member of our Millionaire Residual Income Club, walked away from a $65,000 a year job, owns his dream car, and just acquired his second home in the dream destination of Florida, right? Then we got Brian out of Atlanta. These are things that this team of experts are doing for people. Raised his credit score from 734 to 820, allowed him to refinance his primary home, saved him $476 per month, saved over $1,400 on his cable, internet, and security bills, earned over $250,000 while recreating a $30,000 per month residual income, building this business right from his home. Then the MWR became the fastest to the Millionaire Residual Ring Club earner, bought 20 acres of land, and that 20 acres of land now brings him at least $5,000 a month because he uses it for Airbnb. Movie studios are renting that land from him. It's just amazing what's possible when you get the right team in place, ladies and gentlemen. So what are your two financial objectives? Your current lifestyle and your future lifestyle. I don't know about you. As a Christian man, I understand that the streets of heaven are paved in gold, but I also understand that God gave me gifts that should be able to make room for me right here on earth, right? So I want my present lifestyle to be dope, and I want my future lifestyle for myself and my kids kids to also be dope, and then I want my place in heaven. So those are the two objectives that you have. Is you got to take care of your right now, but at the same time, you got to be preparing for your future. Ladies and gentlemen, MWR is the answer. And I believe the first, the only, and the best home-based business out there that is in taking care of all of these things. So first and only company to bring this all to the table. Real financial experts, implement real financial strategies, solve real financial challenges, get real financial results. And that's why MWR stands for Make Wealth Real, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how do you get started? You're probably wondering, Cortez. This is a guy that costs a boatload of money every month for me to be a part of a program like this. Nah, not so fast, right? Based on everything you just seen, and it would be worth a pretty penny. You guys know that, right? However, it's not 1,000, not 500, not even 300. As a matter of fact, if you just want to become a customer and have access to our experts, you can literally get started today with an MWR membership for just $99.97 per month. And guess what? That also includes your spouse, and there's no startup fees, no contracts, and you can actually make your membership free too. So if you refer 3 other people, your membership would literally be free. I told you earlier, everything that I buy, I try to figure out how can I make it free, right? And we have a referral program even for our customers where they can make their membership free. But if you are like me and you say, hey, I not only want the membership and the experts working for me, I also want the business and the membership so that I can make a few extra dollars. Well, guess what? $149.97 to start. And $149.97 per month. You get your membership, you get your business center, you get your websites and capture pages, your marketing tools, all of the things, those 8 elements that I told you that you needed to have a profitable and sustainable online business. Yeah, they are included. And included in that is your daily pay schedule and program. We want you to get paid every single day, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's probably a couple other roadblocks that will be keeping you, because I know $150 a month ain't keeping you from this opportunity, right? But chances are your assumption of what other people may think is probably what's going to hold you back, because that's where our fear comes from, right? Chances are your confusion about what is an expense and what is an investment. That's something that also holds people back, right? And an expense takes from your pay. An investment brings more into your life, right? And gets better over time, right? Your inability to decide, which is actually a decision. This holds people back like, I'm going to think about it. Oh, I'm going to wait. I'm going to chill, right? That is a huge decision, even though you think you're not making a decision, right? And then your past fears of failure, right? Some of you guys will be thinking right now, Cortez, I've tried like some of this in the past, right? Do you realize that the person that you are today is not the same as the person that you were yesterday, or 3 years ago, or even 1 minute ago? You're all constantly growing and evolving. So do not let your past fears or your past failures dictate who you are today. No, you're a different being today, right? If you ever prayed or wished for more out of life, you have to be able to recognize when an answer is provided. MWR, ladies and gentlemen, is that answer. The MWR opportunity allows you to make wealth real for yourself and your family. But if you're still struggling with what to do, let me make your decision a little bit easier by guaranteeing your success. That's right. You heard me right. If you follow our plan of action and our opportunity strategies, our experts are not able to help you save, make, or grow your money in the first 30 days, we'll give you a full refund, right? Now, here's the caveat. You must use the full program in order to get a refund, right? Go through all of the steps, execute all of the strategies, and if we can't make, save, or grow your money in the first 30 days, we'll give you your money back. We don't deserve your business, right? So at the end of the day, this is why I say this is the best home-based business opportunity on the planet, right? So if you're a number two that simply says, hey, I only want the membership, I'm not trying to promote, I already have a business, I just need some financial experts to help me get my life in order. Cool, $99 and you're off to the races. If you need a home-based business so you can take advantage of the taxes, get some of this daily pay, plus have access to the membership for you and your spouse, then you'll pay $150 basically to get started and $150 per month. All you got to do is let me know which one you are, and we will go from there, ladies and gentlemen. And tomorrow, remember, we're going to show you how to how to market this program at the same time. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is, I think, one of the best opportunities for hardworking Americans to take advantage of the American dream. What we don't realize in this country is that everybody in this country was born a sole proprietor. Every single person, right? Your social security number doubles as an EIN. And we don't realize that. And the penalty that you pay, so you were born an entrepreneur, but when you don't do entrepreneurship in this country, there's a price you pay for that. And that price you pay is high taxes, right? I literally had $30,000 worth of tax write-offs, which brought my taxable income down so low that it's almost laughable, right? Because I get to write off so many different things because I have a business. I want you to think about that. What would your income look like at the end of every year if you were writing off half of the things that you're spending money on right now anyway? So this is the best opportunity because you not only get the home-based business, but you get the experts to make sure that you execute on all of the tax savings. You get the experts that help you execute on credit restoration. The experts will negotiate your monthly bills down and get your bills lowered. The experts will help you execute on wealth strategies. It's one thing to listen to me every day and I'm talking about these different wealth strategies and principles. It's another thing altogether to have a team of experts to actually help you execute them. And that's what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, listening in, whether you have MWR as your home-based business or another home-based business. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about some practical strategies that you could use to grow your home-based business. And we're going to talk about the system that I give you to help you build your business like a pro. You actually get access to our home-based business marketing system for free for the first 60 days when you join our team. So come back tomorrow. Let's continue to learn. Let's continue to grow. If you need some extra money in your life, this is a great business opportunity for you to investigate, do your due diligence, do your homework, inbox me if you got questions, and I'll answer them for you personally. But until next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.